Hi everyone, JB here and welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. In the previous episode we went down the Nebel Valley and we took out the Nebel Valley monster and we found some bear claws. And in this episode we will not be doing the main quest, we have some more side quests to do. But the first thing we want to do is actually go inside. Now if you remember in a previous episode we had a cutscene with the mayor Mabel, and she said, her mate said, come inside. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to come inside and we're going to have a conversation with Mayor Mabel. Dealing with complaints from the citizens, late deliveries of goods to the Bowes Market because of the airspace being a no-fly zone, servicing the sewer facilities, selecting a congratulatory gift for Her Majesty the Queen, harm incurred by monsters on the new Ansel Path. When will all this paperwork finally end? Hello? Oh, are you back already? You look pretty busy, so would it be better if we came back at a later time? No, you're fine. So you found out something from General Morgan, right? I'd like to hear about it. Good work. I feel like I have a much clearer picture of the situation now. So there was a hijacking by the Sky Bandits and now a ransom demand? The situation is much more serious than I had originally anticipated. If the General hadn't found out we were bracers, I think we could have learned a lot more, but... No, it's alright. I'm just glad to know that it wasn't a crash. With this information, I should be able to take effective countermeasures within the city. Now I need to think of a way to inform the citizens of Bowes and deal with the families of the passengers. I imagine that would be quite a difficult task considering that you're already as busy as you are. Haha, well, that's just the duty of a mayor. And since the identity of the criminals is now known, may I ask that you continue your investigation of the incident? Of course, that was our plan to begin with. We've already had a run-in with these Sky Bandits before, and I wagered that the honour of the guild that this is one group we cannot simply leave up to the Royal Army. Yeah, that's for sure. There's Dad to find, and then we need to deal with these Sky Bandits once and for all. Huh? What's with the look, Joshua? I was just thinking, and no matter which way I look at things, I just can't believe it. What can't you believe? That Dad could get beaten by a bunch of Sky Bandits. Basing my judgment on the ability of the group that appeared in Roland. I'm in agreement with you there. Cassius could have easily dealt with a group of that caliber. Come on, Joshua. You too, Shera. You're giving him way more credit than he deserves. He's pretty good, I'll give you that, but I think it would be a bit of a stretch to take on an entire group. Do you mind if I ask you something? Are you trying to tell me that your father was aboard that airliner? Oh, did I not mention that? I'm embarrassed to say it, but yeah, he was. Not to mention he's a bracer too. His name's Cassius Bright. Did you just say Cassius Bright? Yeah. Why? Do you know my dad or something? I've never met him in person, but I've heard a great deal about him. I'm sorry, I just don't know what to say. But we might be able to use this to get some information from the army. Excuse me, Mayor? I'm very sorry, and I can empathise with what you must be going through. If there's anything I can do to help you clear up this incident, then I'm at your disposal. If there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to ask. I wonder what's up with the mayor. As soon as we mentioned Dad's name, she got all surprised. You're right, but I guess I can imagine where she's coming from. The mayor and the general have known one another for a long time, after all. Well, let's not worry about that right now. The real question is, where do we go from here? Just searching around blindly for the airliner or Sky Bandits probably won't amount to anything, right? I mean, if that's all it takes, then the army would have found them a long time ago. Huh? What's the matter with you two? Estelle, you've matured. If it had been the same years before, you probably would have said something like, let's just comb the entire region. I never thought I'd see the day when those words would come out of your mouth either. My heart's too full of emotions for words. So what are you two trying to say? You can be so rude sometimes, I hope you know. Haha, we were complimenting you, Estelle. Seriously. Unfortunately, unlike Roland, the Bowes region is enormous. I'm really hoping for a clue right about now. A clue, huh? Oh right, wasn't that Niall and Dorothy we saw in front of the Mayor's Palace earlier? Palace Place? He seemed pretty stuffed for a story, but he's got to know something by now, right? It's true he arrived in Bose a little before we did, so I think it may be worth talking to him. I wonder where they went. Yeah, I wonder where they went too. It wasn't the Bose Market, because you can walk around here, like so, and they won't be here. But come on, this is Niall we're talking about. And where would Niall be at a time like this? Not the Auntie Rose restaurant, wrong place, but the bar. Let's go into the bar and see if he's there. And surprise, surprise, look who it is. Oh, god damn it. This ain't a joke, you know. Oh. Well, we found him, but he's drunk off his ass. Was having his article rejected really that much of a shock to his system? He's just acting like the man he is. Men are pigs after all. That's called misandry, kids. Though he seems to have forgotten that alcohol is a drink to be consumed, not to be consumed by. You all want to talk? Don't they sometimes call you bottomless sharer? Oh please, bottomless is much more suitable for a woman like Ina. I, on the other hand, can hold my liquor, no matter how much I may drink, that my face and disposition remain unreddened. So don't you dare group a fun-loving drinker like myself in the same category as this clumsy lush. Oh, come now. When you get drunk, you lose it completely and everyone around you gets a heck of a show. Admit it. It's certainly true that Ina is like a bucket to share a sieve. But no matter how you look at it, they're both pretty bottomless. I'm sensing disrespect, children. Oh. Where am I? Good, you're awake. Sort of. Drinking so much is not good for your health, you know. Oh, my head. What the? You're that bracer trainee, aren't you? Oh my goddess. What the hell am I doing in Roland? Thought I'd made my way to Bose. What are you mumbling about, you sponge? You are in Bose, and so are we. Oh, well, damn, don't scare me like that. Oh, I see. You've got a lovely lass with you. Name's Scherazard Harvey. The pleasure's all yours, I'm sure. I'm the mentor of these two. Scherazard, are you the infamous Silver Streak by any chance? Oh, you humble me, sir. I take it you've heard of me then. Only rumours, I'm afraid, but yes, I know your name. You're one of the top young bracers, if I'm not mistaken. Which means you three are here to investigate the incident as well, I suppose. Oh, so you do have some brains left in there after all that booze. I'm impressed. You find anything out? We saw you by the mayor's house. You seemed pretty troubled. Damn, they saw that? Yeah, I was looking for clues and couldn't find any. That's what I figured. Damned Army's regulations on the spread of information really restrict what I'm trying to learn anyway. And if I tried to consult General Morgan at the Harkin Gate directly, I'd be held up for inspection for who knows how long. So I figured I'd at least try to score an interview with the legendary voluptuous mayor, but it may turn me away outright. And to top it all off, that useless girl kept screwing everything up. Everything! Oh, great Idios, tell me, what did I do to deserve this shabby life? Well, you did try to do an exclusive on the mayor's chest, but if you want information that badly, we might share some of ours with you. Huh? We're actually investigating the incident on May Maybell's behalf right now. On Mayor Maybell's behalf right now, not May Marbell. Deary me. So naturally, we've met with the Mayor and General Morgan too, for that matter. Holy crap, you serious? Yep, totally. Score, and the goddess gets a point. Blessed be the bounty of Idios. Please, I beg of you, tell me everything, every last detail. We'll be glad to. However, aren't you forgetting something, Niall? Huh? Huh, information ain't free, you know. We'll scratch your back, but you need to scratch ours first. And get that look off your face. I totally do not mean that literally. You want mirror or something? My research funds are long exhausted at this point, I'm sorry to say. We're not interested in your money. We just find it fascinating that you made your way to Bose right after this incident occurred. Seems like you might have heard some interesting things yourself. That being the case. Oh, and here I thought you were being a nice kid. Turns out you're just a slimy little leech like me. I'll tell you what I know, but rest assured, it's not big news by any stretch of the imagination. As long as it's related to the incident, no matter how trivial it may seem, I'll take it. Just don't be stingy. Give it to us straight, okay? Fine, fine. I'll tell you everything, on my honour as a newsman. I've got 2 clues to share, so if you're taking notes, I suggest you get out your pen and paper. We're ready whenever you are. Man, way to go, Joshua. You're on a roll. Yeah, well, if he ever gets tired of being a bracer, we'll know he'll have a bright future in racketeering with those skills. The first clue is in the form of an eyewitness report from the village of Ravenou to the west. I've talked to a villager who just come to Bows for a visit, and she told me something very interesting. Apparently, she knows a kid who saw a huge shadow flying overhead on the night of the incident. A huge shadow flying overhead? Yeah, airship, I told him. Maybe even that missing one. But the army checked it out and found absolutely nothing. Oh, you meanie. He raised our hopes and to dash him straight away. So you're saying somebody saw something, but it was probably unrelated to anything? That's what I'm saying. I warned you it wasn't big news. And I went to a lot of trouble to get that sad morsel too. What with that information embargo in place and all. Well done. Now, let's hear that second clue of yours. Ah, fine. The other thing I learned is that the military's intelligence division is on the move. Intelligence division? I've heard rumours about them. It's a new royally sanctioned branch of the army in charge of intelligence gathering and dissemination. That's the one, yeah. Supposedly they're so elite that they can stand toe to toe with the royal bodyguards. The man they put in charge, Colonel Richard, is apparently quite the whiz kid. With him on the case, they say his incident is as good as solved already. Doesn't that seem like your information will be of much use to us in our investigation? Ah, well, that's a shame. Sorry I couldn't help you much on your end. But a promise is a promise. I've scratched. Now it's your turn. Of course, a deal is a deal after all. Joshua told Niall all about the incident in Roland, as well as the information received from General Morgan. The Capuas, Sky Bandits, a ransom demand to the Royal House and the airship corporations. Good goddess, that's exactly what I needed. That's the missing link I've been killing myself to find. Caught your fancy, did it? Absolutely, I could definitely write my article now. I can't be wasting my time getting drunk here. I have to find Dorothy post haste. No one says that. See you later, you wonderful people, you. Wow, his spirit certainly lifted fast. Well, he was chasing a big story pretty unsuccessfully until we came along. It's only natural. I'm glad we could help him out. Well, look at you, Mr. I'll break your kneecaps if you don't talk to me. If you don't talk to Mr. Nice Guy in under a minute. Talk about a split personality. Stop thinking weird things about me. I was just negotiating. A little give and take, nothing more. Haha, a bad boy exterior with a good boy inside. Or is it the other way around? Either way, I'm sure the girls would love it. But anyway, I guess we've only really dealt with scrupulous people thus far. We're pretty lucky in that regard. Start dealing with weirdos. That's when you'll need to bust out some really questionable negotiation techniques. Like my whip. Why are you looking at me when you said that? Anyway, that's aside. Was anyone else a little bothered when Niall started talking about that huge flying shadow thing? The eyewitness report from Ravenou? I'd say there's a strong chance there was nothing to it, if the army already checked it out. Yeah, but I mean, it's not like the army is totally infallible. They could have missed something. It wasn't General Morgan himself, after all, but one of his men, and some of those guys are pretty thick-headed. That is true. Probably worth looking into. Certainly can't hurt at any rate. You two are starting to get the hang of this, I see. I think this is a splendid idea. Let's head to Ravenou then, shall we? Got it. I promised that we would get some action in eventually, and we will. Now that our health has been fully recovered, we will now go to the Bracer Guild. And that should have unlocked the side quests that I was talking about. It does. Escort request and new Ansel Path Monster. These two, especially the escort requests, have to be done now. If you go to Ravenou, you will miss out. So you have been warned. So the first thing you want to do is head down and go onto the new Ansel Path. And I am going to deliberately avoid enemies on this because I'll do the new Ansel Path monsters another the monsters on the new Ansel Path another time. I think there's a couple of new ones, but we're not here for that. We're here for the big bad. Where is he? Yeah, just avoid the fogs. Yeah, I think there's 2 maps for the new Ansel Path. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, keep going. This is one of those unmissable hunts in the sense that you cannot... It comes in the way of a story-based mission, so don't worry. Yeah, there he is. This is the Amber Turtle. And these guys can be a pain. So, yeah, they are weak to fire and nothing else. You cannot attack them with your physical attacks, including S-crafts. You have been warned. So with them only being weak to fire, we're going to do the only thing that really makes sense, and that is kill everything with fire. Be aware that this is going to be a slow one. And they hurt. Ooh, but a critical if Joshua gets to get his off. Okay. Look at them just walk all the way around the outside. Okay, we have 5 left. And we'll have 4 by the time their next turn comes around. Scherazard's going to take a while. And Estelle is notoriously slow if you don't have anything to speed her up. So I'm just, instead of using Orban, I'm just going to use a Tear Balm. Yeah, we're beginning to get to the stage of the game now where Tear Balms and the Tear Healing spell is doing less and less. Oh, nice! The feint happened. Okay, so we're effectively only having to deal with 3, which is good. So, I wonder. Can I Hellgate? I can. Okay, that should make things easier. Estelle can kill this. And I'll put Scherazard on this one. Again, because one of them's fainted, we don't need to worry about him. 270, nice. Okay, we've got 3 left. I think it's going to be 2 once the Soul Player hits. Yep. Okay. I do love the normal boss music. This isn't the only boss music in the game, but I just love this music. I think the music in Trials in the Sky in general is just great. Okay, one left. We're good to go. And there we go. Not a bad amount of experience either. We hit level 14. You know, that's nothing major. But yeah, so that Amber Turtle fight can be tough, but it's not impossible. If you can get multiple of them grouped up for a Hellgate, fantastic. If not, it's not the end of the world. Just don't use physical attacks and don't use your S-crafts and S-breaks on them. Hey, nice dodge. So I dodged again. So I will see you back at the Bow's Bracer Guild. Okay, and we're back. And you report to Lugren, and you should get 5 BP and 1500 mirror. At this stage, you should have 84 BP. And you should hit Junior Bracer 6th class, and we get the Petrify Quartz. Petrify enemy with 10% success. Blah, 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 blah. And this is really good, because if we just equip that on Estelle straight away. Petrify is just straight up better than Quartz. I'll show you in the Bracer Notebook why. So remember, with your Bracer Notebook, you can see what each of the status elements does. So Poison is just receive damage after turn. Petrify is miss a turn, and if attacked, KO. That's just absolutely insane, and it doesn't wear off. It's basically the best status element in the game. But there we go. So thank you very much. In the next episode, we will do that escort request, but we will do that next time. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more. I've been JB. This has been The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.